Yeah, look at me. Look at me. I shaved off my beard, but I left my mo. Um, I left my mustache because, well, I finally got all this hair off my face, I finally got all that hair off my face. I just couldn't be buggered shaving the mo off. So maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll get rid of it. But anyway, enough talking about my face and my mustache. You are here for your NXT Takeover 30 review. That's what you are here for. I can't tell you guys that... Look, it was a good show, but I'm not going to say this was the level of NXT Takeover we're used to. Could be because, maybe there were no crowds. Sasha and Bailey were in the crowd. They were there live watching. So that was pretty interesting and pretty cool too, to see them there. So let's start from the top and work our way down to the bottom. We had the pre-show match that I didn't watch, so I'm just going to say the result here real quick. The winners of this match was Breezango. Breezango won this match, and they are now the #1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team titles. Can Tyler Breeze and Fandango finally win their first championships in WWE? We'll have to wait and see. They've got a tough task in Imperium. NXT UK is making its return, which is really great to hear. That'll be coming back in September. That'll be awesome. I don't really watch it, but I'm glad it's coming back. So we had Finn Balor face Timothy Thatcher. I didn't see this match either. I woke up at about 9:30. So I kind of got into things by the North American ladder match. So Finn Balor beat Timothy Thatcher, as he should. There's no reason for Finn Balor to be losing to a mid-carder like Timothy Thatcher. Then we had the big North American ladder match to determine the NXT North American champion. It was Damian Priest, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes, Johnny Gargano, and the Velveteen Dream. And this was easily best match of the night. This was easily match of the night for me. And the winner of the match was Damian Priest. I wanted Bronson Reed to win, but, as long as it wasn't Cameron Grimes or Velveteen Dream, I am okay with anybody winning. Hell, I was even okay with Johnny Gargano winning. But we got Damian Priest. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy for Priest. I'm happy for Priest. He's now finally got a big opportunity. So let's see how well he goes as the North American champion. Next we had Adam Cole Bay face Pat McAfee. Look, this wasn't a terrible match, but I'm going to say that I really wasn't all that impressed of this match. Mainly because I can't stand Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is just... Look, he had his moments, okay? I'm not going to be a complete dick. Pat McAfee had his moments when he jumped off the top rope, did a backflip. He had his moments. I'll give Pat McAfee a little credit. He had some moments. But in the end of the day, I personally just didn't care about this match. This match I had zero care in the world for. And I just didn't care. That's all. That's really the truth. I really just didn't care about this match. And the fact that you got a former NFL player basically doing, looking like that he can actually wrestle is actually the impressive thing. But I just didn't really care. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people probably turned around and, liked this match. Everyone probably hated it, but then ended up loving it. But I'm sorry, I didn't like this. I didn't like this match. It was alright. I'm not going to be a complete dick. It was alright. It was not bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it turned out to be alright. Adam Cole won as he should have. He didn't do the last shot. He did the Panama Sunrise on McAfee to get the win. So next we had Io Shirai face Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai, rightfully so, wins this match. There was no doubt in my mind that Io Shirai was retaining. Even when the referee got flattened, I didn't buy into Dakota Kai winning. To me, I just can't take Dakota Kai seriously as a top contender. She's with Rachel Gonzalez. I don't know how to say her name properly. Rachel Gonzalez or something like that. I don't know how to really say it, but to me it's Rachel. Like, she and Rachel are basically a tag team. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, I can't really take Dakota seriously as a serious threat if she's in the tag team division. But the match is good. I'm not going to say Dakota Kai was bad. She's not a bad wrestler. She's actually really good. So is Io. Io and Dakota are really good. And Dakota put up a hell of a fight. But in the end, the right woman won. And that was Io Shirai. Rhea Ripley came out to repel Rachel Gonzalez. And it seems like Rhea Ripley could pretty much be Io Shirai's next opponent, with the visual of Rhea in the background as Io celebrates with her title. Next was the main event, Karrion Kross facing Keith Lee for the NXT Championship. Now, I've got a few complaints that I want to make. Number one, this match happened way too early. It should have not have happened so early. I feel like this match should not have happened right away. Secondly, Keith Lee. This was one of my big complaints this was actually one of the big things I have an issue with. Because I hear a lot of my friends talking about how, like, I had a friend who said that Io should lose to Dakota, but my argument was that Io just won the title like 2 months ago. She won the title 2 months ago. There was no reason for her to lose it. But here's the problem. Keith Lee was in the same boat as Io. Keith Lee won the title back in July, the Great American Bash. He won it back in July, and here we are in August, and he's already losing the championship. The only thing that makes sense is that Keith Lee is getting called up. That's the only thing that makes sense here. Why have Keith Lee lose the championship and then he stays in NXT? Now, so a little bit of piece of information here. Apparently, Karrion Kross suffered a shoulder injury during his match. So I don't know if Karrion Kross is going to vacate the NXT championship. That could be the saving grace for Keith Lee here, is that if Karrion Kross is injured, then their saving grace is like a big fatal four-way. So we don't know what's going to happen to Karrion Kross. From what a report has said, that he suffered a shoulder injury. So Karrion Kross might have the shortest reign in NXT history. But my problem is that Keith Lee lost the title way too early. Like I said, the only thing that would make sense if he gets called up to the main roster. What brand does he end up on? I don't know. SmackDown, maybe? SmackDown might need some new top contenders for Braun Strowman or The Fiend if they win. And Keith Lee could be that valuable asset. Or he goes to Monday Night Raw and maybe challenges for the US title or something. Like, I don't know. But I think Keith Lee could be on his way up to the main roster. But if this whole thing of Karrion Kross being injured and Kross vacates the championship, then to me I'm thinking, okay, then Keith Lee will remain in NXT and he may get another chance to reclaim the NXT title. But I can't tell you guys I liked this match. I can't tell you guys I liked this match. I thought this match was way too slow and it was actually quite boring for a main event match. My second problem is that this has been one of the big major problems I have with NXT. Whenever they have a new pet project, like they did this with Asuka, they did this with Shayna Baszler, they did this with Asuka and Shayna Baszler, like as soon as they arrived, a couple of months later, they're champions. NXT does this a lot with a lot of their new superstars. When they sign a new superstar, they tend to do this a lot. They have them win. They sign a new star. They see a lot of potential in them and they give them a championship immediately. I don't like the fact that they gave Karrion Kross the championship early. Like I said, he won the title way too early. I would have rather Karrion Kross just dominate all of 2020 and then give him the championship next year. I would have accepted it more then because I would have seen more of Karrion Kross. But right now, Karrion Kross has only been around for 2 months. He debuted last Takeover. He debuted last Takeover against Tommaso Ciampa, and now you expect me to believe that he's NXT championship material? You expect me to take him seriously? I haven't seen enough of this guy for me to really say if I'm a fan of his or not. I don't like the whole term of shoving a wrestler down our throats. And that's what I kind of see here with Carrion. They shoved this guy down our throats, and now they've paid the price. Now WWE could pay the price for it. They could very well pay the price for it because Kross is now injured. So Kross wins the championship, and he's also now injured. He also now has a shoulder injury. So yeah, those are my thoughts on NXT TakeOver 30. This wasn't exactly the best takeover. I've seen better. I give this a 7 out of 10. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And also subscribe for more videos as well. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a video. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my SummerSlam review.